So this is the MOSFET characteristics. So here we will study under this MOSFET characteristics two characteristics. First one is the transfer or input characteristics. Second one is the output characteristics. Okay. So here in the this is the basic circuit diagram for the MOSFET, for the N channel power MOSFET. So under the transfer or input characteristics, see what happens in this characteristics. This shows the variation of drain current as a function of gate source voltage. Okay, see, this is the variation of drain current with respect to VGS, gate source voltage. This is the typical transfer characteristics, or you can say input characteristics, and this point represents the threshold voltage VGST. Okay, so below this, if the drain current level, or when the VGS value is below this VGST level, then the device is in off condition, and when the magnitude of this VGS is above this threshold level, then the device is in on condition. So here the magnitude of VGST, threshold gate source voltage, is of the order of 2 to 3 voltage, 2 to 3 volt. Okay, so this is the basic transfer characteristics graph. This shows the variation of drain current as a function of VGS. Okay, the next one is the output characteristics. So under the output characteristics, this graph shows you the output characteristics. So in power MOSFET output characteristics, it indicates the variation of drain current as a function of VDS, drain source voltage, and here the parameter, here the constant parameter is VGS, gate source voltage. So how the drain current vary with respect to VDS? See, for the low value of VDS, this is the VDS, increasing VDS. So this range is the low value of VDS. So in the for the low value of VDS, the graph between ID and VDS is almost linear. See, when the VDS level is low, see the current graph is like this, linearly increasing drain current. Okay, so graph versus graph between ID and VDS is almost linear. So this indicates a constant value of on state resistance, that is RDS is equal to VDS by ID. Okay, so when the ID and VDS graph varies linearly, then there is a on state resistance, there is a constant on state resistance value, that is VDS by ID. Okay, so for particular VGS value, for a particular level of VGS, that means at VGS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So for a particular VGS, if VDS increased, if VDS is increased, then the output characteristics is now showing a flat graph. Okay, so when VDS is increasing, the output character ID, the graph, the variation between ID and VDS is now a flat part, indicating a flat part. That means it indicates drain current is a constant level, nearly a constant level. Okay, so this is the output characteristics, which is variation between ID and VDS. So see, here is a point A, here is a point B. Okay, so joining these 2 points gives you a load line. This is the load line. Load line is a locus of all possible operating points, which I already told you in BJT section. Okay, so here A indicates fully on condition and B indicates fully off condition. Okay, so under this line, this is the cutoff region. This is the cutoff region, so that this B point represents fully off state, and here in this part MOSFET act as a switch, and this is the saturation level. So that's why here A point represents fully on condition. Okay, so here also MOSFET operate as a switch. At A point it act as a on switch, on. At B point it is in off state. So here also this power MOSFET can also operate as a switch like a BZ. Okay, so this is the total details of the MOSFET characteristics. In the next part we will study or we will discuss the switching characteristics. So why we studied all these characteristics? This input and output characteristics represent the static characteristics part. Okay, static means the steady state characteristics. Under steady state, what is the changes in the parameters, what are the changes in the voltage parameter, current parameter. Voltage parameter means like the drain current, means current parameters like drain current, what are the changes in the drain current, what are the changes in the VDS, drain source voltage. So this shows all about the steady characteristics. Okay, and the next part we will study the switching characteristics. So by considering these steady state characteristics or static characteristics and switching characteristics, what is the need of the study of these characteristics? See, because while when we design some kind of converter circuits by using these type of power semiconductor devices, at that point we need to take the consideration of the changes of these parameters. That's why these are the requirement for the study of the static and switching characteristics of power semiconductor devices. Okay, now the topic is switching characteristics. So in switching characteristics of power MOSFET, we already learned about the static characteristics of power MOSFET. So in the static characteristics of power MOSFET, we studied the steady state characteristics of different parameters like drain current, ID, drain current ID, gate source voltage VGS. Okay, so now here in the switching characteristics we will study about the turn on and turn off characteristics. That means during turn on time, during turn off time, what are the changes occurred in the parameters like drain current, gate source voltage, etc. Okay, so the switching characteristics of power MOSFET mainly influenced by the internal capacitance of the device and internal impedance of the gate drive circuit. Okay, the internal capacitance of the device means internal capacitance of the MOSFET device and the internal impedance of the gate source circuit or the gate drive circuit. This is the gate drive circuit, means when we apply VG voltage across gate and source, this forms a gate drive circuit. Okay, so what happens during turn on and turn off? Let's see. At turn on there is an initial delay. This is the initial delay, that is TD. So at turn on there is an initial delay TD occurred, during which input capacitance charges to gate threshold voltage VGST. Okay, so during this turn on delay time, what happens? See at first when we want to turn on this MOSFET, first what do we do? First we apply drain to source voltage, that is VDD. But when the gate drive circuit is open, there is no flow of current from drain to source. So after that we give voltage supply across gate and source. So once we apply VG voltage across gate and source, then what happened? VGS voltage is developed, that is gate source voltage. Yes, so this VGS voltage developed across gate and source is the control signal for the MOSFET. Okay, so during TDN, what happened? During TDN, the device capacitance charges up to the level VGST. This is the threshold level of gate source voltage. So during which the during the time, it is the time, that means the turn on delay time is the time during which the device capacitance charges up to the label gate source threshold voltage. Yes, so here this TDN is known as the turn on delay time. So then there is another time, that is TR. This TR is the rise time. TDN is equal to turn on delay time. TR is equal to rise time. Yeah. So TR, rise time, is the time during which gate voltage rises to VGSP level. So what is this VGSP level? Already I told you that VGSP level is the threshold level of the gate source voltage, below which the device is in off state and above which the device is in on state. Similarly, VGSP is the voltage, it is the voltage which is sufficient to drive the MOSFET into on state. Okay. After VGST threshold level, the device now turn into the on state, but VGSP is the voltage which is sufficient to drive the MOSFET into on state. That means from VGST to up to VGSP, the device drive in on state. Okay, so this VGSP is one type of peak level. Okay, gate source voltage peak level. Okay, so during TR, what happens to the drain current? Now during TR, see, this is the TR duration. During TR, before TR means turn on delay time, in between, in the turn on delay time, what ID is 0, drain current is 0, but between TR, during TR, what happens? This drain current rises from 0 to full ID current level. This is the maximum ID current level, that is represented by capital ID. Okay, so hence the turn on time, T on, the turn on time is a combination of TDN plus TR. Turn on delay time, then this is rise time. Clear? So the turn on time can be reduced by using low impedance gate drive circuit. If the impedance of this gate drive circuit is low or minimum, then the turn on time can be reduced and the device, that means the MOSFET device, quickly turn on. Okay, so then the next part is the turn off characteristics, turn off switching characteristics. So MOSFET is a device that is a unipolar device. How it is unipolar device? Because here majority carriers are used to conduct the device. Okay, here the majority charge carrier are conduct, or due to the majority charge carrier the device conduct. That's why it is the unipolar device. So thus MOSFET is a majority carrier device. That means electrons in n channel, electrons are the majority charge carriers. So thus MOSFET is a majority charge carrier device. Turn off process is initiated after removal of the gate voltage at time t1. See, this is from 0 time. At 0 time we will give BG, the maximum level is the V1 level. So from this time to this time V1 is maintained, but at T1 V1 is reduced to 0. That means at time T1 we remove the gate voltage. So the turn off process is initiated just after the removal of the gate voltage. Okay, so at this time we remove the gate voltage. Then what happens? Then there is one time called turn off delay time. It is the time during which input capacitance now discharges from overdrive gate voltage V1 to VGSP. Okay, see, from VGST to VGSP, this voltage level is used to drive the MOSFET in on state, but over this VGSP, this V1 level is the overdriven voltage. overdriven gate voltage level. Okay, so during turn off delay time, what happens? The input capacitance discharges from this V1 level to VGS-P level. Okay, so like like uh, where like the similarity like the turn on delay time. See, during the turn on delay time, the input capacitance charges to this label VGST. Similarly, like the TDN, in during TDF, the input capacitance discharges from V1 label to VGSP. Okay, and then there is another time, that is fall time, TF. TF is the time during which input capacitance discharges from VGSP level to the threshold level. Okay, so during TF, drain current, see what happens to the drain current. See here, the VGS level is above the threshold level. So during turn off delay time, id is not 0, id is maintaining its full level current. But after this TDF time, when the VGS level is below VGSP or reached VGSP, so during TF, what happens? During TF, delay current falls. See here, delay current falling. Okay, so during TF, delay current falls from ID level to 0 level. Okay, so when VGS less than equal to VGST, when VGS less than equal to VGST, MOSFET is completely turned off. Okay, the switching the switching characteristics consist of turn on time, turn off time. So overall turn off time is TDF plus TF. Okay, so during TN, during T on, the device capacitance charges up to this level, this level, this level. But during T off time, the device capacitance discharges, and when the device capacitance discharges, it will take some time to discharge, and after that the device is completely turned off when VGS is less than or equal to VGST. Okay, so to charge the, so see what it means. That means when we want to turn on one device, one semiconductor device, it will not turn on instantly. Okay, it will take some time to turn on, and it will take sometimes, means that time is the transient part, that is the unsteady part. So we need to study in between, in during that unsteady time, in during that transient time, what happens to this VGS, ID, different parameters of the device. Okay, that's why we need to study this switching characteristics. See, we want to turn on the device, so we apply gate voltage in gate drive circuit. So once gate voltage applied, but still the device is not turned on instantly, it will take some time due to the presence of internal capacitance. So during that time, that internal capacitance is charged. It will take some time to charge up to the level, this level. Okay, similarly, when we want to turn off the device, it is not turned off instantly. Okay, it will take some time to turn off, because here also there is the internal capacitance present in the device, so that internal capacitance needs to discharge. So it will take some time to discharge, so that time is the T off, turn off time. So during this time, the internal capacitance discharges up to the level, that is VGS less than or equal to VGST, when the device is completely turned off. Okay, so the power MOSFET is mainly applied in the switch mode power supply. Okay, so the mainly at present, the available ratings of the power MOSFET is 500 volt and 140 ampere. The ratings available are voltage rating 500 volt and current is the 140 ampere. Okay, so this is all about power MOSFET. So we completed the under power MOSFET portion. What we completed the construction part for low power MOSFET and for high power MOSFET. Then we complete about the static characteristics, that is the input and output characteristics, then the switching characteristics. So these are all about the power MOSFET, and I already told you some differences between MOSFET and BJT. So you need to compare BJT and MOSFET by yourself, and in your notebook you should write the differences, basic differences between MOSFET and BJT, and further more advanced level differences I will tell you in the next class. Okay, thank you.